Tau santoshayata santo srilarupa sanatano dakshinatyena bhattena punaretadvivichyate tasyadyam granthanalegam krantavyutkrantakhanditam paryalocyata paryayam krutva likati jivakaha. Hare Krishna. Which anuched? 14? Huh? 18. So what 18 is saying? 18 is saying Tadevam karma gnana vairagya yatna parityagena bhagavad bhakti eva kartavya iti matam. After going through the section 6 to 22 of first canto second chapter, so we understood bhakti is the kartavyam, that means should be done. Bhakti should be done in Supreme Lord. Why? Without having any special endeavor for doing karma, gnana or vairagya. So there is no need to do any special effort for this. Parityagena. So leaving the any special effort for this, so Bhagavad Bhakti is sufficient. Next, कर्म विशेष रूपम देवतांतर भजनम अपि न कर्तव्यम इत्याह सप्तभिः. Now coming 7 slokas from 20 after 22, 23, 22. Okay, 23 is, so all these munis, intelligent people, they are kavayaha. They are also doing the process of bhakti. That is said. Then after that 23 onwards, 7 slokas, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Till 29. 7 slokas they are discussing, they are rejecting the worshipping of other demigods. Because worshipping of demigods is also karma. That is also karma. It comes under the karma. So that's why one should not worship other demigods. Yes. 7 slokas. 23 onwards. Total 7 slokas, including 23. तत्र अन्येषां का वार्ता सत्यपि श्री भगवतः एव गुणावतारत्वे श्री विष्णुवत् साक्षात् परब्रह्मत्वाभावात् सत्वमात्रोपकारकत्वात् ताभावाच्च प्रत्युत रजस्तमोपबृंहणत्वाच्च ब्रह्मशिवौ अपि श्रेयः अर्थ श्रेयोर्धिविनः उपास्यौ इत्यत्र द्वौ श्लोको परमात्मा संदर्भे एव उदाहृतौ. So in 2 slokas we are seeing this sloka next 23 and 24. In these 2 slokas we are going to discuss, of course, Brahma and Shiva, they are also Gunavatara of the Lord, and they are also not worshipable. For the person who wants to have ultimate benefit, so that person should not worship Brahma and Shiva also. Then what to speak of other devatas? So all other devatas are inferior to these two. So Indra, Chandra, Varuna, all these, they are inferior to the Brahma and Shiva. And now we are going to see, so the person, anyone wants to have the ultimate good, for that person should not worship Brahma and Shiva also. Of course, they are Gunavatara. Why they are not worshipable? What is the reason? If they are the Gunavatara, avatar of the Lord, They are also avatar of the Lord. Why don't we worship them? What is the problem in worshipping them? So tell me, why we should not worship Brahma and Shiva? Who is going to tell? Yes, Ashay Gorang Prabhu.
The Brahma and Shiva is incarnation of mode of passion and ignorance.
Yes, Prabhu, now it is audible.
Brahma and Shiva are incarnation of mode of passion and ignorance. And for purification of the spirit soul, one must worship the incarnation of mode of pure goodness.
Brahma is having the mode of passion and Shiva is having the mode of goodness. Means
They are guna avatara.
so Brahmaji in Rajoguna.
He is not Rajoguna, but he is incarnation of Rajoguna. And Shastra do not prescribe worshipping of Rajoguna and Tamoguna.
Okay. And another reason?
And moksha cannot be avoided by these two persons. Moksha.
Yes.
Mukti pradata hai. Only
Jai Gopinath Prabhu, tell me. Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Jai Gopinath Prabhu.
Correction.
Yeah.
For Brahma, we can surely say that he don't have the Suddha Sattva in him. Although he is considered as a Guna avatar, but still he don't have the Suddha Sattva. But for Shiva, I am not very sure because we say Shiva Tattva is higher than Jivas and is almost Vishnu Tattva. So I don't know why it is stated, but Brahma for sure we can say that you don't have the Paratvam. You say the other aspect that is not there in Brahma for sure. Yeah, in Shiva also there are 5 differences between Vishnu and Shiva, and one important thing is that he cannot create, he cannot offer liberation, and 3 more points which is mentioned in Nectar of Devotion. So we should not worship even Shiva also. That Paratvam like Vishnu is not there with Shiva.
Yeah. So like you see, Varaha, Vamana, Matsya, Kurma. If we worship these, so will you get the liberation or not? Will you free from the material modes or not? They are also avatars. Yes or no?
Yes.
No. Yes. So that means we can worship Nrsinga, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma. They are all avatars of the Lord. Similarly, Brahma and Shiva also avatars of the Lord. So we should worship them also. Yes. No. Why? What is the problem with them? Gunavata, huh? Mike. Still off.
So we are not here.
They are not Parabrahman.
They are not Parabrahman.
Yes.
So why they are not? But Matsya Kurma, they are Parabrahman.
Yes.
And Brahma and Shiva, they are not Parabrahman. It is not fair actually. You are all saying that is also Avatara of the Lord, and so Matsya Kurma, they are Parabrahman, and Brahma and Shiva, they are not Parabrahman. Why? Why like this? Sleeping? Paramakaruna Sindhu? No, no? No. Huh? Amok going, Prabhu? You want to tell something? Tell. Unmute. Unmute करते हैं.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
हाँ.
So I heard from you that this Brahma and Shiva, they are the Guna avatar. They are representing Rajoguna and Tamoguna. And they have this Sanyog Sambandha with Maya.
Yeah. Wow. Yes. Yes, Prabhu. And
That's why they should not be worshipped.
yes, very good. Good answer. But can you explain this bit more? What is this Sanyoga Sambandha?
Sanyog Sambandha means when they deal with this Guna, they get attached with that. They get affected by this Guna.
Acha, they are affected by these gunas.
Yeah.
Yes, good. Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Sachdev Prabhu?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, because Brahma and Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, they are not direct expansions of Krishna.
Hello?
They are not direct expansions of Krishna. Direct expansion of Krishna, that is Swayam Rupa and Tad Ekatma, only those they can, those are the ones where you should worship.
Okay. They are not Parabrahma.
Yeah, they are not direct expansions of Krishna.
They are not direct expansions. Okay. So, okay, come to the discussion now. Okay, just little brainstorming we did. Now we'll try to understand. So what Srila Jiva Goswami is saying about them. Sakshat Parabrahmatva Bhavat Sattva Matropakaratva Bhavacha Pratyuta Rajastamopabrahmanatvacha Brahma Shivo Api Shreyordhibhihi Na Upasyo Ityatra Dvau Sloko. He is giving the two reasons to not to worship Brahma and Shiva. What are those? So it is said in the so Brahma and Shiva should not be worshipped by persons desiring the highest benefit. Though they are Gunavataras of the Lord, they are not directly Parabrahman like Vishnu. And they don't favor Sattva exclusively. On the contrary, they nourish Rajas and Tamas. These are the two reasons. So, first reason is these Gunavatas are not directly Parabrahman. Sakshat Parabrahmatva Bhavat. Means they are not Swamsha. Not Swamsha of the Lord. Those are all Vibhinna Amsha or the different Amsha. So that's why Sakshat Parabrahmatvam is not there. And on top of that, what? If you worship them, so Sattva only should increase. That is not happening. But on the contrary, if you worship them, Rajas and Tamas will increase. So that is said in the following sloka. Sattvam rajastama iti prakruter gunastair yukta para purusha eka ihasya dhatte stityadaye hari virinchi hareti sangya shreyamsi tatra khalu sattvatano nrunam syuhu. The one supreme Purusha, being the controller of three modes of nature, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, and beyond them, for the sake of creation, maintenance and destruction of the universe, accepts the notations Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva. The good results for humanity will come from the controller of Sattva. Now we will discuss this from the Paramatma Sandrabha. This is explained in the Paramatma Sandrabha is saying na. So shall we see in Paramatma Sandrabha what he is saying in this? I sent the file, see. So iha yadyapi eka eva paraha pumanasya. We are seeing the meaning of this sloka. Sattvam rajastama iti prakritir gunaha taihi yuktaha. This sloka is explained by the Jiva Goswami as follows. So what is said here? Ekaha. See in this sloka, what is the kriya? Dhatte. Dhatte means accepts. Who is accepting? Ekaha purushaha dhatte. So sattvam rajastama iti prakritehi gunaha taihi yuktaha purushaha ekaha iha asya dhatte. So that means ekaha purushaha dhatte. What is the kriya in this? Dhatte. Dhatte means, what is the meaning of dhatte? Huh? What you see in my translation? What is the kriya in this? Can you see the translation of that sloka? What is the verb in this line? The one supreme Purusha being controller of the three modes of nature, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, and beyond them for the sake of creation, maintenance and destruction of the universe, accepts the notion of Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva. So what is the kriya in this verb? What is the verb in this? Accepts. So dhatte means accepts. So this Purusha accepts. Ekaha Purusha accepts. What he accepts? What he accepts? He accepts three notions. So he accepts three notions: Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva. So why he accepts this? For the sake of creation, maintenance and destruction of this universe. This one Purusha, what kind of Purusha? Who is with the three modes, Sattva, Rajas, Tama. That means he is with the Supreme Purusha being controller of three modes of nature. That means he is with these three modes, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. He is with these three modes and he is accepting three notions. What are those? Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva, for the purpose of maintenance, creation and destruction. Is there any difficulty? Clear? Sloka meaning? The good results for humanity will come from the controller of Sattva. Sattvatanoh nrunam sihu. Shreyamsi tatra khalu. Sattvatanoh nrunam sihu. Means what? The good results for humanity. Nrunam. That means humanity. So Shreyamsi means good results for humanity will come from the controller of Sattva. Sattvatanu.
Can you please notion? What is mean notions? Accepting notions.
Sangya. Hari virinchi hareti sangya. Okay, this is the sloka. Now how acharyas are explaining this? This is very important actually. So now here you see Purusha, one Purusha, always you should understand Purusha avataras and Leela avataras. What is the difference between these two? Can anyone say? Bhakti Vaibhava students? Yes. We discussed this. Purusha avataras and what is the major difference?
Major difference, Purusha avatare, they're under Maya Shakti.
Yeah.
And Leela avatare completely in a Chit potency, Antaranga Shakti.
Yeah. Purusha avataras also, that means they are Chit, but with the Maya Shakti. What is the Pradhana in the Purusha avataras? Maya Shakti is the Pradhana. And Chit also is there. But in the case of Leela avataras, all are purely Chit. So that's why in Nrsimha, Vamana, Varaha, they are all purely Chit. But if you come to the Purusha avataras, they are always accompanied with the Maya. You see the Karanarnavasaya Vishnu, he is also with the Prakriti. And Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, he is also with the Maya Shakti. Yes or no? Garbhodakasaya Vishnu is allowing the Maya Shakti. That's why from his limbs, various ingredients are coming. If you see the second canto, 6th chapter, we are seeing from the Lord's transcendental body, various kinds of the ingredients are coming. Why they are all coming? Because Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is with the Maya Shakti. Okay, and also similarly, so Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu also is accompanied with the Maya Shakti, but they are not having any direct touch with that Maya. That we are going to discuss. So here now, so one Purusha, that Supreme Purusha, he is along with the Maya Shakti, and that Purusha is getting the three different notions. That's a Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. So who is that Purusha? We can take here as Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, yes or no? Gunavataras are coming from whom? Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu are coming from whom? Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu or not? Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is the bija, for the, so all the avatars in this Brahmanda. Okay, so that we discussed in the first and the third chapter, if you see. So he is the bija for these all avatars, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, and who is accompanied with the Maya. So that's why what is said, Ekaha Purushaha Sattva Rajas Tama iti Prakrutehe Gunaha Taihi Yuktaha. He is with the Maya. He is with the Prakriti. And that Purusha got these three notions. Hari Virinchi Hareti Sangyaha. So, in these three, Hari Virinchi Hara, whom we should worship? Only Hari. Because Sattva Tanu. So, what is that? We'll understand now. So, this one Purusha, he is with this Maya, which is having three gunas, and now he is getting three different notations, and Maya is also is here in one notation. So in one, that means in one state he is the controlling one guna, and in another state he is controlling one guna, and in another state he is controlling the another guna. Why he is becoming like this? One is becoming three. What is the reason? Because he wants to do three different activities. That's why there is a need of having these three gunas differently. Okay. So that's why, so for this purpose of creation, maintenance, and destruction, so he is with these three gunas, but now he became so differently with the one guna. That means prominently, that is, you cannot separate the material gunas individually, one. No. That means sattva guna he is controlling, so prominently is sattva, and very minutely rajas and tamas is there. But completely you cannot isolate the sattva guna or the rajoguna or the tamoguna. Okay, that is another point. Prutak tad adhisthata tatapi paraha tad asanklishtaha san. So what we are saying, this Purusha, this main Purusha, Supreme Purusha, he is with the Maya, but what? He is yuktaha, taihi gunaihi yuktaha. This means he is with the Maya, but also said in the sloka, paraha. Paraha means he is also not attached to that. Tad asanklishtaha. He is not attached to that. That means he is possessing that energy. Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, or otherwise Purusha. He is Purusha. He is with the this Purusha with the Maya. This Maya with the, that means three modes. And now he is becoming three. What is that? This is Vishnu. Brahma and Shiva. And here, this is Sattva. Rajas and Tamas. And he is what? He is Swamsha. That means Sakshat Parabrahmatva is there here. And he is Vibhinnamsha. Vibhinnamsha. And he is in between to these two. Between these two. Between of previous two. He is not Vibhinnamsha and he is not Swamsha. In between. So that's why we don't see Sakshat Parabrahmatva in these two.
Sometimes we are understanding like that they are controlled by modes also, some affected by modes. Is it true?
Very
It's like
true. Yes, coming. And this Purusha, we are talking about this. Paraha means he is Paraha. This Purusha is with the Maya, but he is not attached to Maya. He is not attached to Maya. Not attached to Maya. Okay. Now, why he became one Purusha became like this? Because of the maintenance and creation and destruction. Can't he do this thing alone? No, because three gunas are together. Now we want to maintain one guna should be prominently. Sattva guna is useful, so that's why you should bring out that at one place. And if you want to create Rajoguna is useful, and for Tamoguna we need the prominently Tamoguna. So that's why he has to become like this. So that means this Purusha got three notions: Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva. Tattad rupena avirbhavati ityardha. Tathapi tatra tesham madhye shreyamsi dharmartha kama moksha bhaktya khyani subhani phalani satvatanoho adhishtita sattva shaktehe Sri Vishnoho eva sihu. But out of these three, which is giving the good results? What are the good results? Dharma, artha, kama, and moksha and bhakti. These are the auspicious results. All these can be achieved by this. These auspicious results will come from Vishnu. Akyam Satvatanoha Adhishtata Shaktehi Sri Vishnureha Shiva. Ayam Bhavaha. What does it means? What it mean? Now this is the meaning of sloka. This is the total meaning of sloka. Now what it means, we should try to analyze this. Ayam Bhavaha Upadhi Drishtya Tau Dvau Sevamane Rajastamo Ghora Vimuhdatvat Bhavanto Abhi Dharmartha Kamaha Nati Sukha Dukkadaha Bhavanti. If you worship these two, Brahma and Shiva, and you may get Dharma, Artha, and Kama, but they are not auspicious. You may get, but their results are not auspicious. Why? Because these Brahma and Shiva are having the Rajas and Tamas as the Upadis. Brahma and Shiva are having the Rajas and Tamas as Upadis. So, Upadi Drishtya, that means you are worshipping Brahma and Shiva with these Upadis. That means you are worshipping Brahmaji as the creator. You are worshipping the Shiva as the destroyer. With that Upadi, if you worship them. So, oh Brahma, oh creator of this progeny, like this if you worship with that, then you may get the Dharma Artha Kama, but they are not auspicious. Because you are worshipping them along with the Upadis, that is Rajas and Tamas respectively, those are all not auspicious. Those are all not auspicious. Like example, Hiranyakashipu worshipped the Brahma as the creator of this universe, and he is thinking that he is the creator and everything coming from him. So with this he worshipped. What happened? Is there any knowledge is explored in him? Did he see any paramarthata in that? Nothing. And similarly Tamoguna, so worshipping this Shiva. So Ravana, he worshipped Shiva with the Upadi. And he got the powers, but they are not auspicious for them.
When we say auspicious, means leading to transcendence.
Those Dharma Artha Kama is going to destroy them. Auspicious, not auspicious means whatever the Artha, whatever the Dharma, whatever Artha, whatever the Kama, so those will be destroying them actually. They will fall down by that. They will not give any happiness to them. Nati sukadhaha bhavanti. That means they don't give any happiness. This Dharma Artha Kama should give the happiness, na? They don't give that. They don't give much happiness. Now next point. If you worship Brahma and Shiva without Upadis means just he is a supreme truth. Brahma is supreme truth. Shiva is the supreme truth. Is the Paratattvam. Like this, if you worship without seeing their Upadis, so will you get moksha? You will not get any moksha. Even if you worship Brahma and Shiva without seeing their Upadis, you will not get any moksha. Huh? They cannot give, because that is the Vibhinnamsha and that is the between. They cannot give. So, तथा उपाधि त्यागेन सेवमाने भवन्नपि मोक्षः न साक्षात् न झटिति. किंतु कथमपि, if you worship Brahma and Shiva as the part and parcel of the Paramatma, then you will get the moksha. If you take them as the, so he is the servant of the Lord and he is the part and parcel of the Lord. It is a Vibhinnamsha of the Lord. Then since you are connecting your consciousness with the ultimate Paramatma through him, so that's why that will give, that worship will give the moksha. But if you see Brahmaji as a supreme person, it will not give. But if you see Brahmaji as a creator, it will give Dharma Artha Kama, but it will not give any happiness.
Just like Vaishnava Naam Yatha Sambhu.
Brahmaji as Guru, and Brahmaji is our first Guru in our parampara.
And then pure devotee and Sampradaya Acharya.
Yeah.
Just Acharya Upasanam.
Definitely you will get bhakti.
Bhakti and moksha, everything, no?
Bhakti you will get.
Yes, bhakti, moksha included. Yeah. So, is it the?
Yes, that's
clear. Is it wrong or something?
No, not wrong.
So that is not mentioned here. That
so you are connecting them. If you connect Brahma and Shiva with the Supreme Lord, that means Paramatmanaha eva. That means eva Paramatma amsha eva ayam iti anusandhanabhyasenaiva. Somehow or other, if you are able to connect Brahma and Shiva with the Param Tattvam, Parabrahma, that is Vishnu, then you will get the moksha. And that relation, in that relation, if you are able to see the bhakti, then you will get bhakti. And if you see they are connected to the only Supreme Lord, if you don't see the bhakti element, then you will get moksha. But if you see them with the upadhis, then you will get the dharma, artha, kama. Yes, demigods also. Demigods also, if you worship them as the vibhutis of the Lord, as the limbs of the Lord, that will not problem. Then you will get you are connected to the Paratattvam. Then that is not the karma. But if you worship demigods without connecting with the Supreme Truth, then that is the karma. And that will give the bondage to this material world. And we'll discuss this in the coming places. In the coming Anuchedas, we are going to discuss. So you understood clearly what? Brahmaji and Shiva with Upadhi, if you worship, what you will get? Dharma, Artha, Kama, and they are not auspicious. Not so auspicious and not so happy. Happiness they give. And if you worship Brahma, Shiva as Supreme Person without Upadhis, then you will not get moksha. Because you don't want, na? You are not seeing with Upadhi. You are worshipping them as Parabrahman, means you don't want Dharma, Artha, Kama. Then you don't get anything. Because you don't want a Dharma, Artha, Kama. You are seeing them as Supreme Person. You want Supreme Person. But they are not that. So they are not able to give that. And if you worship them with connection to the Paramatma, then you will get the moksha. If you see in that connection devotion as a devotee of the Lord, then you will get the devotion also. Like Shiva, if you take as a Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. And if you come to the now Vishnu, what will happen? Tatra sakshat तत्र साक्षात् परमात्माकारेण अप्रकाश तस्माताभ्यां श्रेयांसि न भवति. तत्र साक्षात् परमात्माकारेण अप्रकाश. In these two, Brahma, this total is Brahma. Vibhinnamsham plus Rajas is equal to Brahma. Vibhinnamsham plus Tamas is equal to Shiva. And yes, here what? In the case of Brahma and Shiva, so Sakshat Parabrahmatva is not there. So that's why they are not auspicious. It's why, that means Tatra Shreyamsi Kalu, so Nunamsihu. So this is not Shreyamsi, that means they are not auspicious. That is the reason. Atha Upadhi Drishtya Sri Vishnum Sevamane Sattvasya Santatva Dharmartha Kamaha Api Sukadaha. But if you worship Vishnu as the creator of as the maintainer of this universe, that means if you worship Vishnu with Upadhi, so then what will you get? You will get? No. Why? If you worship Vishnu with the Upadhis, if you see him as the maintainer of this universe, then you will get the Dharmartha Kama. Dharmartha Kama. And these are all are happy. That means Sukadaha. Gives happiness. These give happiness. Question बहुत easy है पूछना. देखते हैं. I will get answer from all of you only. So if you worship Shiva as Vishnu with the Upadhi, then you will get Dharma, Artha, Kama, but they are also happy. They give you happiness because here what is Upadhi? For him, Sattva is the Upadhi. Yes? Sattva is the Upadhi, and if you are worship Sattva, then what will get? You will get the happiness. Sattva cause for the happiness. So that means with this mood, if you worship Vishnu as the maintainer, and maintenance means Sattva Guna. So it's action of the Sattva Guna. That means you are seeing that Sattva Guna with the Vishnu. So then from that, so you will be whatever results are coming, so those will give happiness. Like many people, they and next tatra what tatra nishkamatvena tu sevamane, but without any desires, if you worship Vishnu, nishkamatvena tu sevamane sattva sanjayate gnanamiti. So kaivalyam satvikam gnanamiti cha uktam. So who worshipped actually with the upadhis? So if you see Kardam Muni worshipped the Vishnu. But what mood he worshipped, I don't know, but he worshipped with desire. He wants to have children, wife. He wants to have a wife, good wife. So with that desire he worshipped. And he got good wife and everything is peaceful. Nothing devastation happened. But in the case of Hiranyakashipu, he got the boon. He became powerful, but he was finished. And Ravana also got such a powerful boon, but he is also finished. Those destroyed them actually, whatever they got. Those didn't give the happiness to them. Their wealth, whatever artha they got, that became destruction for them. That bring proudness. But if you worship Vishnu with the desires also, then that will not, those, even if he sanctions those, that will not give any, that will not destroy you. Like Dhrumaras, he also went to with the desire of getting this highest position than his forefathers. So then also for them also he got the kingdom, and he was also so peacefully he went off. So those give the happiness. And if you worship Vishnu without any material desires, then what will happen? Then you will be getting the sattva sanjayate gnanam. So if you worship him without desires, with the upadhi, then that will increase the sattva guna. If you worship sattva guna, what will happen? So that will increase the sattva guna in you also. So whatever you worship, you will become that. If you worship cricketer, you will also get those qualities. If you worship the dancer, quality of that. Whatever you meditate and whatever you meditate, you will try to get those things in you. That's obvious. So chaukte mokshascha sakshat. Atha uktam skande. Bandako bhavapashena bhavapashacha mochakaha kaivalyadah param brahma vishnureva sanatana. Upadhi parityagena tu panchama purushartha bhaktireva bhavati. That means if you worship Vishnu with the upadhi, with material desires, you will get dharmartha kama. If you worship Vishnu without desire, you will get the moksha. If you worship Vishnu without upadhi, without seeing sattva, if you worship him as sakshat parabrahma, you are not seeing Vishnu as the maintainer of this universe, but you are seeing he is the supreme truth. Is a satyam, is a supreme Brahman, is paratattvam. Then what you will get? You will get the bhakti. उपाधि परित्यागेन तो पंचम पुरुषार्थो भक्तिरेव भवति तस्य परमात्माकारेणैव प्रकाशात्, because he is Paramatma, is Swamsha. So that's why if you worship him, you will get bhakti. But if you worship Brahma and Shiva without the upadhis, is Vibhinnamsha and this is the, so in between to that. So that's why you will not get anything, any moksha. Tasma Sri Vishnu Reva Sreyamsi. That's why whose worship is good? Vishnu's worship. Now we'll see the same sloka with Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, which I told I will tell our Bhakti Vaiva other batch. But we'll see that also. It's important. Quickly we'll see. 23 sloka only. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary on the same sloka. He is explaining more details about these avatars. Okay, this is clear? Jiva Goswami's explanation. Gokulanand Prabhu. Okay. Everyone feeling drowsy? Little bit. Huh? I am also so hot today actually. What can we do? Huh?
Oh, one question, Prabhu.
Mm.
Oh, sorry to ask you, but I have a doubt.
Then don't ask. Sorry to ask.
But I'm sorry for my foolishness.
No. Tell me.
So,
then it will prove my foolishness now. Your question.
yeah. So to worship without upadhi, does that mean the person has no upadhi? He is feeling like a Brahman himself, or he is worshipping them as without upadhi?
In case of Brahma and Shiva,
Yeah.
so what they are seeing, they don't want any material gain, and they are seeing Brahmaji as the supreme. So then in that case, they want what? Moksha, and they are not going to get that.
They themselves also feel like they are without any upadhi. They are free from all material desires. They are worshipping.
Yeah. For the moksha, them.
Okay.
There, that kind of worshippers are there in the society till you can find. So they worship Brahma as a supreme, and Shiva also like that. They are there.
And for the Vishnu also, when we said person is worshipping Vishnu without upadhi, that is also that person has no material desire. And
Then you will get bhakti.
Bhakti, increase of Sat.
Because that is Sakshat Parabrahma is there in that. Sri Chand Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, you told one Purusha with Maya Shakti.
Sorry?
Garbhodakshaya Vishnu expands into three: Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva.
Yes.
So you told Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is Purusha with Maya Shakti, Prabhu.
Yeah, he is also with the Maya Shakti.
With Maya Shakti means like what exactly it is, Prabhu?
So they are what Paramatma explained. Can anyone open and tell what is the definition of Paramatma? Tapomai Prabhu. Paramatma means what definition I gave? Two classes, 3-4 classes back.
Controller of Maya. Just
tell from that. Jiva Maya Nindruta Shakti Yukta Kevala Gnanam. Yes. Or one more example also I give. One more thing. What is that? You are all not following. Antar? Antaryamitva Maya Shakti. Shakti plus Kevala Gnanam is equal to Paramatma. So Antaryamitva Maya Shakti Yukta Kevala Gnanam. That means Maya is there. Maya Shakti Yukta. It's already we discussed in this Vadanti tat tattvavidas in that sloka 1.2.11. So there I said, so there are Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan is Shabdati. Brahma means Kevala Gnanam. So Paramatma means Antaryamittvamaya Maya Shakti Prachura Sishaktyamsha Vishishtam Paramatma. Antaryamittvamaya Maya Shakti Prachura Chishakti. Chishakti plus Maya Shakti Prachura. Prachura means, that's why in the Paramatma, Maya Shakti is Pradhana. So if Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is not having this kind of Maya Shakti with him, from his bodies, how these come? How the different ingredients will come, material ingredients. If you see the second canto, 6th chapter, you'll be seeing this. So from his body, Brahmaji is producing these so many ingredients, and by doing that, by using those, he's doing the yajna. And similarly, Karnano Sai Vishnu also, he is with the Prakriti. Then only he is able to produce from the Prakriti. Where is the Prakriti? When there is a whole, everything devastation happened, everything went into the body of Mahavishnu. That means he is with the Maya Shakti. Yes or no? But he is not having any direct contact. Paraha. What is said in this sloka? That Ekaha Purushaha Paraha. Paraha means he is without touching that Maya. Like that. All Antaryamis, all Paramatmas are like that. Now that's why I am going to discuss this Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary. He is opening more. This should be clear. That's why. So you see, later we'll take. I will take questions later. So let me explain this. Then you will understand more clearly. Then we can find the doubts. So here, such Bhagavan Ekah api क्रीडयावतारन् नेकोपि भवति बहुमूर्त्यैकमूर्तिकम् इति दश. Okay, तत्र अवताराः द्विविधाः. Avatars are two types. What is that? Chitshaktya, Maya Shaktya. Due to Chitshakti, due to Maya Shakti. So Chitshaktya Matsya Kurmadayaha Bhajaniyaha Eva. What are these Chitshakti avatars due to Chitshakti? So those are all Matsya, Kurma, Vamana, Varaha and so. And Maya Shakti avatars, those are all the Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva. These are all Paramatmas are Maya Shakti. So Maya Shakti cha ye Sattva Rajas Tamo Bihi Vishnu Brahma Rudraha Teshu Vishnu Reva Bhajaniya Ityaha. That means out of Maya Shakti, these three avatars are there: Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. But in that, Vishnu is worshipable. Because Vishnu is also accompanied with the Maya. What is that? That is Sattva Guna. Okay. But in the case of the Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, Vamana, there is no Maya Shakti at all. So purely Chit Shakti only. He is performing all Leelas. That's why next 7th chapter is coming. And so Brahmaji is saying, hey Narad, it is enough to hear about these Purushavasaras. Let's now discuss these Leela-avataras, which are completely due to Chit Shakti. And that will please your heart. So that's why in the next chapter, 7th chapter, 2nd canto, 7th chapter, you will be seeing all the Leela-avataras. So that's why what we will also get more taste in the Leela-avataras. Various pastimes of the Leela-avataras will bring the happiness. And when you study these Purusha-avataras, then from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu body, these all material elements are coming, and these are all, you are trying to understand, and you will be. And from the Karnano Sai Vishnu Prakriti is coming, then from that Mahat, and from the Mahat, this Ahankara, and Ahankara to the Pancha Gnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, and next Pancha Tanmatras, Pancha Mahabhutas, Mana, and also Adhisthana Devatas, all these, how they came, what are the Leela he is doing there. The process, it's simply, it's a dry actually, difficult. So now, so what he said, these avatars are two type, due to Maya Shakti and due to Chis Shakti. Okay. So like this three sangyas he got. Parah iti gunaihi yuktopi achintya shaktya tebhyo hi bhaiha prutak avastita eva tesham asparshan. Okay, next, out of these three, so Vishnu is worshipable. Proofs is given. Bhejire manayothagre bhagavanta madoksham sattvam vishuddham. Because Vishnu is vishuddha. Swamsha, and it's purely vishuddha sattva. And sattva guna is not going to give the body. The body of the Vishnu, the tanu, the body of the Vishnu is not due to sattva guna. This is Vishnu and this is the body. And this is not due to sattva guna. But their body, Brahman Shivaya body, is due to Rajas and Tamoguna. Yes. Means intelligence made by intelligence, not Rajoguna. So you see that buddhi, mahat. In the mahat, what is the prominent? Sattva and rajas. So that's why it is made up of intelligence. Mahat is also, you can take sometimes as intelligence. Okay. So next, what is important point in this? Sattvasya prakasha rupatvad audhasinyatcha tena sachidananda vastunah mahaprakashasya uparaga asambhavat prakruta sattvasya nahi hari sharira arambhakatvam. So here Sattva guna is having the two characteristics. One, what is that? Audhasinyam and what is it? Prakasha rupatvam. Audhasinyam and prakasha rupaha. Means what? Sattva guna is not going to, it's not active actually. Who is in the pure goodness, he will also not. That means most of the time in the goodness, he is not active. And tamoguna is also not active. Only which guna is active? Rajoguna. If some rajoguna is attached to the sattva guna, then that will work. If rajoguna is completely diminished in him, is almost all negligible, then that person, yes, if material world is temporary, what should I do anything? I will not do anything. I don't want anything. And tamoguna is more and rajoguna is very minute. Then he will not see anything. That means what is right and what is wrong. He is always in the deep sleep, in the complete ignorance. And he is also happy. But who is having the rajoguna is more and sattva and tamo are less. Then rajoguni means he is having kama yesha krodha. Yes, I want to do this. I have to do this. I should get this. Like this. Rajoguna's qualities. So sattva is audhasinyam and it illuminates the things. What is exactly that? Sattva will always shows the things as it is to you. If your consciousness is influenced by the sattva, then you will be seeing the objects as it is. If it is a pen, you will see it as a pen. But if your consciousness is influenced by tamoguna, you will see the pen as pencil. Exactly opposite you will see. If you are in the Rajoguna, you will see this pen. How can I get this pen? This is mine. This, I want this. This you will do. Because of the Rajoguna, influence of Rajoguna. So like this, now Vishnu with the Sattva means that Sattva is not going to act anything and it is lying there like that. So that's why, so the Lord's body is not due to, it cannot start to give the body of the Lord. Sattva, what is said here? Audasinyatvat Satchidananda Vastunaha. So Vishnu is what? He is Swamsha. He is Satchidananda. Sakshat Parabrahmatvam is there. So for that, this is not going to give the body. But Vibhinnamsha is there. For that, Maya can give the body. For you also it give body or not? Huh? Where there is no Sakshat Parabrahmatvam, for that, Maya is going to give the body. Yes or no? Getting? Gokulananda Prabhu. Huh? Neutral. Neutral. Vaudasini means completely neutral. Okay. So since that is Parabrahma Vastu, it is first of all, it is Sattva Guna, it is neutral, it is not active. And another one more thing is, the object is what? It is a Swamsha. For this, it is not going to give body. No, that's not possible. Okay. So that's why Vishnu's body is Visuddha Sattvam. It's a transcendental. It's always transcendental. But if you come to the others, Rajastamostu Vikshepa Rupatva Avarana Rupatvabhyam. Rajoguna is doing what? Vikshepa. What is the quality of the Rajoguna? I will write Rajogunas. Vikshepa means agitate it. And Tamoguna, bewilder, covers. Vikshepa and Avaranatmakam, covers. It always covers the this. See, these are all not Parabrahma, and these both are Rajas and Tamas are having Vikshepa and the covering nature. So that's why their body is due to those gunas. Because in this case, this is neutral, it is not going to do anything, and it is Prakasha Rupaha. So that's why, and also it is on the top of, it is Sakshat Parabrahma. So that's why his body is not that, because of that Sattva Guna. No question. इतना तो आ जाए पहले. विक्षेप रूपत्व आवरण रूपत्वाभ्याम उपकारकत्व अपकारकत्वाभ्याम च ताभ्याम आनंदस्य विक्षेपित्व आवृतत्वम इति uparaga sambhava. So and also this is upakara, it is active, it is doing the Rajoguna do the upakara. Upakara means it starts the action, it will become the impeller, that means it will bring the action, upakaraha. And Rajoguna will do the apakaraha, that means harm. That is the nature of the gunas. Because of this, of course, these both are the bliss only, because these are chit only. Na? Vibhinamsha is also chit padartha. So this middle amsha, whatever is there. So Shiva's tattvam is also, Shiva tattvam is also bliss. But what? These are going to cover those two. Because of this. Vikshiptatvam. Okay. Uparaga sambhavat. Brahmarudradaya rajastamah tanutvameva. So that's why rajastamas Brahmarudradaya tamas tanutvam. They will be having the body of Rajoguna and he is having the body of Tamoguna. These are the reasons. I will go for another extra 7 minutes today. Okay, next. So that's why tayoh sagunatvam harehe nirgunatvam yukti siddhameva. So that's why Hari is the nirgunaha, his body is nirgunaha, and these are all saguna. Sagunaha. निर्गुणत्वेपि प्राकृतसत्त्वस्य प्रकाशरूपेण तत्समीपवर्ततया तत्र स्थित्वादि विश्वपालनलक्षणः तद्धर्मः औदासीन्येन हरे प्रतीयते. So what Hari is doing? Hari is having the Sattva-guna, and this Sattva-guna is not in the body of the Hari. It is just Samipe Vartitaha. It is in the proximity. Yes, just nearby. And by this Sattva-guna, what is happening? Maintenance of this universe is happening. And that maintenance dharma is not there in the Swarupa of the Vishnu. Yes? Is there in the Swarupa of the Vishnu? It is not in the Swarupa of the Vishnu. It is just Audhasinyena Pratiyate. That means it is neutral quality. Tatastha Lakshanam. What do you say? It is Tatastha Lakshanam. What is the difference between Swarupa Lakshanam and Tatastha Lakshanam? Huh? Everything in new class, every day, fresh. Where we studied this? Tatastha Lakshana, where we studied? Swarupa Lakshana. As Jay Gopinath Prabhu tell me. Maybe some encouragement will get. You can unmute, Prabhu. Prabhu, boliye. Tell. No?
No.
Okay. Ram Sharan Prabhu, okay.
Be the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, where
Yes.
like
Yes. What?
so where is defined the Swarup and Tatakikshan for the Lord.
What is that? What is Tatastha Lakshana in the first sloka? There is Tatastha Lakshana and Swarupa Lakshana for the Lord. What are that?
Tatastha Lakshana is basically which only appears certain part of time. Swarup Lakshana is always stays with the Lord and just like always Lord have with those Swarup Lakshanas.
Yeah, we discussed in the Tattva Sandrabha also, na Prabhu, this?
No, Prabhu, we didn't discuss in Tattva.
We discussed. I mean, you discussed actually in the Tattva Sandrabha also. So, Tatastha Lakshana is not in the Swarupa, is external. Now you take one cow and if you apply on that cow red color on his horns, so the cow with red color horns, then that red color in the horns is what? Is a Lakshana, but that is Tatastha Lakshana. So, but if that cow is having the skin of the red color, then that red color of that is the Swarupa of that cow. So, okay. So, Tatastha Lakshana in the first sloka, we are seeing. So, Janmadhyasya Yataha, from whom the creation and maintenance of this universe is happening. So, the doer of the maintenance and creation of this universe is nothing but the doership of the maintenance, creation, and destruction of the material universe is Tatastha Lakshana for the Lord. Okay. And Satyam Param Dhimahi. So then that is Param Dhimahi. Param is the Swarupa Lakshana. Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam Param Dhimahi. That means Satyam, that means eternal. From that you should Satyam Gnanam Anantam. So that also you should take. That Satyam means here you should take. So by the Upalakshana Gnanam also and also Anandam. Vijnanam Anandam Brahma. So that's why this is Satyatvam, Vijnanatvam, Gnanatvam and Anantatvam all are Swarupa Lakshana. So that's why here this Sattva is not in the Swarupa of the Lord, it is just nearby to him, and whatever actions are happening due to this Sattva, that is the maintenance of the universe. And so that's why this maintenance activity, that dharma is not there in the Swarupa of the Lord, but that is the Tadastha Lakshanam. Audhasinyena Pratiyate. That means Audhasinya means Tadastha. Clear? You should revise actually. If you don't revise this, then everything you'll forget. Otherwise, you teach. Teach to someone or revise. Anything you should. Don't revise, everything you'll forget. Every day is new day. Every time concept will be new. Next. No question, wait. I will take questions. Okay. I have already, we were over time actually. Wait. Because we have to finish this. Na? Tomorrow I will take, no problem. Okay, last actually. Sameepa Sambandham. Evana Tatra Siddhatvat. So what? So this Vishnu Swamsha, and he is having the what kind of sambandha with this sattva? Samipya sambandha. Samipya sambandha. Samipya sambandha. Okay. And in the case of Brahma and Vishnu, this Rajas and Tamas, due to this he got the body. How he got the body, we understood. Because it's the Vibhinnamsha, so that's why Rajoguna is also Upakarakatvam is there, and it is also Vikshepatvam is there in that. So that's why it can give the body to that Vibhinnamsha. So then what kind of sambandha is having Vibhinnamsha with this Rajas? That is Sanyoga Sambandha. This Rajoguna is having with the Vibhinnamsha what? Sanyoga Sambandha. Sanyoga Sambandha. And here also Sanyoga Sambandha. Okay. Another 2 minutes. I'm not reading complete commentary, but important points just picking out. Next. Satve samipya sambandhena yoge saeva purusha Vishnu swarupena sthitah nirgunah eva bhavati. That's why Vishnu is always nirgunah and Brahma Rudrascha sagunah eva bhavati. Atayeva yoge yogaha nitya niyamakataya gunaihi sambandha uchide atah sa taihi na yujyate. Okay, next sattva Rajasi tamasi cha sanyoga sambandhena yoge saeva purusho Brahma Rudra saguna eva bhavati. So sagunaha, these two are the saguna. That means this one purusha for the creation, maintenance and creation and destruction of the universe. So getting these three notations. Okay, this is finished. Okay, class is over. And doubts? Okay, you can ask. Yes, Jay Gopinath Prabhu.
Yes, I have a question and also memory recollection happened. Two things there. First question is, you mentioned about 2 points for Vishnu Prabhu. One is if we worship Vishnu without material desire, And also you mentioned about if we worship Vishnu as Supreme Paratattva, then these two are almost the same, Prabhu. If you don't see him with the Upadhi, then we are seeing him as the Paratattva. Both are same points, Prabhu, or they are two different categories we mentioned?
So Vishnu, in case I said three things, worshipping Vishnu with Upadhi.
Yes.
So that means he is having the material desires. Then he will be getting the dharma, artha, kama.
Yes, that's the first
because his consciousness is not raised to the level of seeing the paratattvam. That means he is having still some material desire. So that means he will be getting the dharma, artha, kama. And now he is worshipping Vishnu without desires. Then he will be getting the moksha. Because even with the upadhi, but without desires. He is seeing Vishnu with upadhi, but without desires he is worshipping. So then what will happen? Then he will be getting the moksha, because sattva is their upadhi. If you worship so Vishnu along with the sattva, so that will give the sattva sanjayate gnanam, so that he can get the moksha. If you see the Vishnu without upadhi, then you will get the bhakti. Okay, Prabhu?
Then the first point, if someone who sees Vishnu with upadhi, he will get dharma, artha, kama, you said.
Yes.
And then because he is with the upadhi is sattva, so sattva sanjayate jnana, so he will get moksha.
If he doesn't have any material desires and with upadhi he worships, then he will get the.
Okay, without material desire and worship with upadhi, then he get moksha.
With upadhi if he worships.
Yes, Prabhu. And so if somebody is worshipping Vishnu with upadhi, with material desire, then he will get only dharma, artha, kama and happiness.
Yes.
Okay, these are these two. Yes, Prabhu. And when you are when you started saying this Swarupa Lakshana and Tadasha Lakshana, the example of the horn, then I immediately recollected the example given in our class for the Swarupa and Tadasha Lakshana. Somebody want to identify Bhagavata Mahavidyalaya, and if somebody says that, oh, that building with the crow sitting on it, that is Bhagavata Mahavidyalaya. Then next day, if the crow sits on a different building, then no, that does not become the identity or the Lakshana of the house. That is the Tadasha Lakshana. And if you say something which is the house with this color or this design, which is there permanent in the house, then that becomes the Swarupa Lakshana of the building. So like that.
Yeah.
Is that understanding is right?
Okay.
So that is
next. Yes, Akshay Hari Prabhu.
So I have one question. That we had a concept that Vishnu body is sattva, Shuddha sattva, because if it would be on sattva guna, he would be udasin, he would not do anything.
Yes.
That was the logic.
Yeah.
So
it is not. Why Vishnu's body is not sattva guna? Because sattva guna is active, so it is not going. It is udasina, neutral. Yeah. So it cannot start giving anything. Yes. It cannot start giving anything. Okay. Next, one more thing, and that too, that is Parabrahma. That's Parabrahma direct. So
somebody can have a question that if Shiva, if he is having a body of Tamoguna, so Tamoguna is in ignorance. Is how he can do anything with the Tamoguna body?
Apakara it can do, na? That means avarana. It is doing the activity of avarana, bewildering.
How the person who himself having a apkara body.
Body is that, but he is what? He is the
beyond. Okay.
He is what? He is the chit only, na?
Yeah, he is in between. Okay.
Bhakti is beyond all the bodies.
Okay.
He is a devotee.
Okay. Then somebody can
even asuras, someone take birth in asuras, and they are also devotees, like Prahlad Maharaj. His body is asura body. And Bali Maharaj, his demonic body, that means asura body, but he is pure devotee. What is the problem?
Then again comes if Vishnu, he can have a Satoguni body, but he is beyond Satoguni.
Why he will have Satoguna body? He will not. Because Parabrahma, Maya is not able to go into give the body to the Parabrahma.
Okay.
Maya is always shyful and it shays behind to him. Huh? That's logic. What? Okay.